Alright, go.
What's up, everybody? I'm Nick Cato.
I'm Walter Boley.
And I'm Spencer Breland.
And this is our road to E3 for Sony or PlayStation.
This is our big three. This is the mountaintop.
The main one.
Like, it really doesn't get better than this.
We got the good layout, courtesy of Spencer. We're looking. We got our Diet Cokes. Well, he doesn't, but we're all good.
I just finished mine off, so I got a bottle of water.
Hey, it's in your system. You're good.
Right.
So what we're doing, we're starting with Sony, then Nintendo, then Microsoft. So
before we jump in, I gotta say Sony just went out and fucking did our job for us.
Yes, they did. I think there's going to be more to it than just those four things.
Come on now, it said non-traditional E3 conference, which means what was it that I really hated last year?
Yeah.
Wait, no.
What I did, I still have a whole list of predictions.
So do I.
I was correct on all four of the ones they said.
Really?
But I was. I mean, they weren't like out of left field or anything. But I put the new category, and the other ones I had kind of sound. When I wrote them down, they're like, man, those kind of more sound like PSX things.
No, PSX was boring as hell.
But if they save these, it won't be.
Well, here's the thing. What they did at PSX this past year, they won't do again. They get too much bad press from it. They won't do it again. This
is probably why they're saving stuff. Like, they're saving Days Gone and saving all these things. But, which, by the way, off tangent, watching all the Game Informer coverage, great coverage, kind of winning me over. I watched this 22-minute video where they're, like, explaining their hands-on time with it.
Yeah.
Pretty interesting stuff.
I watched the actual gameplay of it, and I was underwhelmed. Yeah, it looked very...
Yeah,
generic.
I was
5 numbers.
Yeah, the creator of it. Sorry, I forgot his name. Dope, funny as hell. And like, apparently one of them, he's like sitting there. They're talking about the thing they're talking about their coverage and time with it, and they said they're talking to the guy, and he's like, yeah, they got a lot of backlash for saying like, oh, it's Walking Dead meets Sons of Anarchy, and the guy's like. Yeah, like that's awesome. It's like he's not trying. He's like, why would people not?
But that's like Nick's 2 least favorite shows. So,
but I'm still on the no side of it. But I'm swaying closer to being excited than I ever thought I would.
When Sony published that list of pretty solid what they're going to be doing, I'm mostly focusing on the E3. That made me think: are they maybe trying to temper expectations? Was that what they
they did with PSX?
I think the big thing. Which is why I'm sure they won't be the only thing. They give us the list of the 4 games, all hype games, which everyone wants to see gameplay of and stuff and want to see more of. Right. And when they least expect it, that's when they can drop a bombshell. Or not, and then they're good. But they also doing that to save a bunch of stuff for PSX.
I will say
that I think will be good.
Do not bring developers onto the E3 floor and just let them sit there and bullshit for an hour.
They're not going to do that.
So I think they know the error, and they're going to do it. But anyway, we're not about PSX. It's not what we're about.
Yeah.
It's about E3.
E3.
So before we go in there, I'm just going to go ahead and just list off the 4 games they said. They said they're going to talk about Death Stranding.
Yep.
Ghost of Tsushima.
No. Oh, okay, never mind. Go ahead.
Last of Us 2, and Spider-Man. And for me, I think there's going to be gameplay for all of them. Obviously, Spider-Man. And I think for Last of Us 2, Joel will be shown.
I don't know about Death Stranding. I don't know if there's
we get another goddamn CG.
So right now, before we get into the other predictions we have, if we do, before we get into that stuff, or what they need to do, what they care, are they going to do it? Let's just go down. Let's talk about Death Stranding. What's our thoughts? Do we really... I feel like I've seen this game more than we actually have. Because I feel like I've watched like a million.
We've had 3 trailers, and the 3rd one was shown at.
I'm sorry. Somebody started coming down the stairs and was like, "Oh shit!" Just all back up.
Don't worry about that guy. He lives up there.
That's amazing.
Make sure you freeze that.
Just zoom in.
Like, we've seen 3 trailers, if I'm right off the top of my head. We got the first one, then the second one had Mads.
We saw it twice.
No, the second one had Mads. Then the third one with the weird rain and stuff, and the giant and the invisible hands. We saw that twice. Really close to each other, I felt like. We saw it like...
But it was at the Game Awards and PSX.
That's what it was. And so we saw that twice, and that people were a little because it was a long trailer. I mean, I think it was at least like 7 minutes long.
Well, like all of them, you can like overlay and they like tie together, so they're all about the same length.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But my thoughts on it is, if it's not gameplay, there's no point in showing it. We've had I mean, when you hit the third CG trailer,
right?
Maybe some out be like, oh, it's gameplay. Oh shit. But
then gameplay of what? It's like an RTS.
It's gonna have gameplay, I'm sure.
Okay.
There's no other reason to have it. This is one I've never been a Kojima. I mean, I respect. Obviously, he's one of the greats. But after MGS2, I kind of fell off the front. I didn't really like 3 that much. Didn't play 4 or 5, so I've kind of fallen off the.
All right, Nick. Will we get a release date?
No. Window. Possibly. A year.
Coming 2019.
On the PlayStation 5.
No, they're coming 2019.
No, I don't think it's 2019. I think. When they also said that no hardware, no shit. They're not going to show PS5. I wonder if this means VR.
You say no shit, but a lot of people were guessing that.
Yeah, I think it's crazy.
Yeah, no, I don't think we'll see a PS5 this year.
Yeah, but want to move? Anything else to add about Death Stranding?
About Death Stranding, I mean, Kojima's going to be there. If they bring my boy Mads on stage, I'm happy because I'm always happy.
Just bad.
Mads,
are they?
Mads.
I don't think they are.
I mean, to me, I'm more excited that he's in the game than Norman Crossbow. But I'd rather, once I saw like Norman Crossbow in the game, I'm like, oh, that's neat. But then I saw Mads Mikkelsen, I was like, oh, you got some fucking actors in this. All right.
Boys are them.
I guess.
Mr. Shape of the Water.
What are you talking about? Oh, yeah, Guillermo.
Yes.
Is it Guillermo or Benicio?
Guillermo
del Toro.
Toro.
Okay, Benicio was in The Last Jedi with the stutter.
Yep.
Okay.
All right, next game. Ghost of Tsushima. Tsushima. I can never say it right. I also think there'll be gameplay shown. I know we've only seen one trailer for it, but I think that's a 2019 game.
Yeah,
I think there's going to be gameplay.
I think they'll give us a release window, but no date.
And it's one of my most hyped games because I love Sucker Punch.
I mean, I'll say that after I see gameplay. Like
I already know because it's Sucker Punch. That's what I'm saying.
I'm looking forward to the game. I hope it leans supernatural. I could not quite tell if it did or not in the original like CG thing. Because the Ghost of Tsushima looked like he was just a survivor, like the last guy in the battle, and so I don't know if he's like actually a ghost. Because then they could just make a Shadow of Mordor type game. But
yeah, the thing I like about this game, and the thing I like about what Sony's doing, which is why one of the reasons I think their exclusives are doing so well, and we'll touch base on this more on the Microsoft presser.
I bet we will.
I feel like they're letting their studios make the games they want to make. Because on paper, like, Days Gone wouldn't make sense. Because they have Last of Us. But those people were like, hey, this is the game I want to make. And he's like, all right, we trust you. Do it. And Horizon. This is the game you want to make. All right, we trust you. So I like that they're with Sucker Punch. This is probably the game where like, hey, we really want to make this game. It's like, all right, do it. Well, so I liked it. And when people are passionate about what they're doing, it's obviously better work.
Spencer, what do you see release date for this game?
For Days Gone?
Tsushima.
Oh, Tsushima?
I was just bringing that up.
Probably like
Time 2019.
April to June of next year.
I can see that. Yeah.
Because PlayStation games are normally now in like the springtime, so it's got to be somewhere on there.
Yeah, I think it's gonna. I think even with that, I think it's gonna still be your like infamous type thing where you have your map, you got all your things and collectibles, and you clear the map slowly. Mm-hmm. I think that's what it's basically gonna be like, which is amazing. So I'm good.
All right.
What's next? Last of Us Part 2.
Over.
I again think there will be gameplay. And I think that's 2019 as well.
I think we'll easily get gameplay from it. I mean,
Joel will be.
Gameplay itself is not insane, so I think they can use it to show gameplay.
Joel will be in it
as a ghost.
Ooh.
Oh dear Lord. No, I think there will definitely be gameplay. I just don't know when the release date will be because y'all think it's soon or.
At the end here's my prediction on all of this. With the exception of Spider-Man, these are all 2019 games.
I agree.
Including Death Stranding.
Yeah, Death Stranding. I'm almost 2019, 2020.
I'm thinking 2020.
I am guessing that because that's what they did with their last time they rolled out a bunch of new games. Is they gave us a year release date. Well, their 2018 is already looking solid.
Well, I mean, how long did we see God of War and Spider-Man?
2 years.
2016.
2 years.
So it was shown off. But I also realize now that they're not afraid to release their release dates in odd ways.
Yeah. Especially the Spider-Man one.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be like some crazy hype moment thing. So I think they just want to give you the year, and when they're 110% sure that, like, all right, we'll give you the release date.
I'm predicting, besides Spider-Man, all of them are 2019.
I almost agree with you.
Yeah, almost, besides Death Stranding.
I think for the last... Yeah, I'm with Spencer. I think that's 20. I feel like
You're going to eat your shorts.
We'll see, hopefully. But I think The Last of Us thing, the trailer is going to be like, sort of like when we saw the first trailer, like gameplay trailer for Last of Us, super gritty. And I was like, God, like when he hit the dude with the fucking Molotov cocktail and shit. I was
the first Last of Us trailer?
Yes.
Like
when he first played, yeah.
Okay.
I was like, holy shit, I think it's going to be super gritty like that because all the trailers have shown that it's going to be super gritty.
And I can't even voice how little I care about it. And I know I'm
now.
It's fine.
I'm so alone on that. I get it. I know it.
It's all good, Walt.
And I feel like I'm actually wrong.
We all have that, just like with me with Witcher 3. We all have it, you know?
I couldn't even beat Last of Us Remastered, man. I got like...
It's all good.
I don't know. Me and Ellie were going through some crumbled buildings, and I got bored.
It's all good. Respected God Wars. That's all that matters. Goaty.
I did.
Sorry. Sorry, Red Dead. Yeah. Sorry, Red Dead. But... You have anyone else have anything else on Last of Us? See, Sony kind of took the fun out of this because we know what it is. I still have a boatload of predictions.
I only got a few more.
We're all good.
I see 4. I was hungry.
Yeah, that's right. Moving on to the last game, Spider-Man. Obviously,
it's got to be a full demo. Like a full
I think they're going to show like some Peter Parker gameplay, maybe some Mary Jane gameplay for a couple missions. But this is just going to be like the last. I think this is the game that's going to be shown off the least. Mm-hmm. And I think this is going to be like the one like final push for like, hey, next month or a couple months we're good.
I think that's one. Go ahead, Spencer.
I think that's the one we'll see the most. Like I'm the complete opposite of Nick. I think this one they will just blast it like half the conference.
Yeah.
I think that this one will get a normal amount of time in the conference, but we'll have the most hands-on time post-conference.
Yes.
You know how they give them like the
the Sony E3 like road trip thing. That's going to be one of the games. I'm pretty sure they said.
I think what we're going to get from Spider-Man at this, we're going to get all the gameplay mechanics. We're going to lay out exactly what we can expect Spider-Man to be able to do.
I think see some suits.
Mm. We're going to
swing around the city.
Some villains that we can expect to see in the game. We've already got Mr. Negative, and they talked about the Raft Prison, which could be fucking everybody. And the last thing they'll show in the trailer, one of those two fucking symbiotes is showing up, and we're going to see Venom or Carnage. And Venom, because this is late in Spider-Man's career, right? Is that what they said? Like, this is like that Spider-Man?
He's good. Yeah, he's out of the baby.
Venom is going to be like a frenemy.
That would be cool. Be into that.
Because, for those who don't know, Venom is a villain to Spider-Man, like, actually very little of his career.
Yeah.
They're mostly...
So, basically, that's... Anyone else have anything? I mean, I'm just echoing everything you said. Yeah.
Same release.
Spider-Man's the least
ton of hands-on time.
I agree.
You're going to be able to go everywhere and see crazy Spider-Man gameplay.
Sony's is pretty much the most boring of the three conferences of the big three.
What to expect?
I feel like they've already given their hand for like the next 2 years.
You can say that.
So now it's basically just like, hey, let's just give you more info.
All right, now let's jump into what they haven't revealed.
Well, honestly, I feel like we're like at the end of their cycle almost, just because everything's already out there, and now we're getting the tail end of their games. Like,
if you want my prediction, 2020 PS5.
I could see that.
End of 2020.
I could see that. Yeah.
All right. Let's go to the stuff they haven't revealed.
Let's go to the stuff they haven't revealed. What I think is a guarantee thing that's going to happen. They're going to unload the exclusive content train with Red Dead 2, Call of Duty, all those stuff. They're going to show all the exclusive content you can get with all those games.
I don't predict Red Dead will have.
I do not think Red Dead will be on stage at all either.
No. Well, no, I think they're just going to. It's just they're going to have a trailer somewhere.
I do not. Rockstar's games have never been on the E3 stage.
Well, never?
It might be true. I don't know for sure.
I'm not sure either.
Never.
But
I mean, maybe
even
way back when, but not like in the last 5 to 10 years.
Even if I'm wrong with the Red Dead part, they're gonna have the exclusive content brigade.
No, you're right about that.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Maybe because that's gonna be there, stuff like that.
I agree completely.
Maybe Shadow of the Tomb Raider. Who knows?
Honestly,
you're forgetting a big one. Destiny 2.
Yeah.
It's gonna have some crazy
because they're gonna have a new expansion in the fall, so I expect some exclusive.
So we'll get something for Destiny. Call of Duty will get its crazy trailer like it always does. It makes me think, man, this looks like fun, and then I never get it.
We also know the Walmart leak and shit. It's fine.
Yeah.
Yes. But yeah, it's gonna have that. They're gonna have the Brinks truck.
Right. I don't predict any exclusive stuff for Anthem, and I don't predict any exclusive stuff for Red Dead.
I would be shocked.
Because EA's always leaned Microsoft. Especially with EA Access. So, yeah, if Anthem's revealed, it'll be on the X. I mean, that's where it was revealed last year. It was on the X.
I know.
So I think that'll stay the same. Red Dead, no. But, yeah, Call of Duty, Destiny.
Call of Duty, Destiny, all the Activision stuff.
I think
here's the thing. When you said EA leans, Destiny is EA, right?
No.
Wait,
Activision. Which is Call of Duty.
Blizzard. Okay, yeah, I got it.
Activision has Blizzard and Call of Duty. And, they got fucking
Okay. Anyone else have any?
I think that as far as third-party games that'll be revealed on Sony stage, Borderlands 3, I think could be revealed there.
Mm-hmm.
And I also think that I'm predicting this game will be revealed at E3. I can't remember where the previous one was revealed, so I'm going to just throw this one and Microsoft. Mortal Kombat 11.
Okay.
It's coming either Sony's or Microsoft. I can't remember where it came out last.
I'm not going to lie. I
can't remember.
With the way Sony announced the way their press conference is going, I could see them doing Microsoft. Because I feel like Sony wants to focus on their exclusive big guns.
So, but MK11's coming this year. Ed Boon is not being subtle about it on Twitter.
Unless Kratos is coming again, then it could be.
I think they might be done with it. I love the idea because he would fit perfectly, but
again,
the guest character is going to be Spawn.
Okay.
Because that's what they've been talking about for years. Spawn in Mortal Kombat 11.
Dear Lord.
You got anything, Spencer?
Third-party stuff?
Or any other predictions?
Well, I got other predictions. I don't really have any third-party stuff. Honestly, expect a Bloodborne 2 teaser. I think that's going to be the drop.
That was one of mine.
Now, is that Bloodborne 2 or the Shadows Die Twice thing?
Shadow, that thing, yeah. It's going to be Bloodborne 2.
See, Nick, I will throw down money right now that it's not Bloodborne 2.
I'm not going to listen to these nerds.
I'll throw it down.
They broke down the trailer.
You going to throw it down?
No, I'm not. I'm not that confident. But I'm just saying.
Shadows Die Twice is not Bloodborne 2.
I don't even know what the hell Shadows Die Twice is. So
that EA Sex thing where it was from Soft and they showed a weird twisty thingy and then it ended and everyone was like, ooh.
Okay,
so I'll throw 2 out there because I did remember. I do have some third-party stuff. I'm still on the camp that I think DMC5 is going to get revealed somewhere. It's not an exclusive, but it will be on Sony stage.
I agree that it would.
That could be, again, I think that's a PSX thing, but I wrote it down as a prediction, so I put it out there. And I also think as part of the exclusive content brigade, it's not exclusive, but I think PUBG is going to come to PS4.
Nah.
Because PUBG is getting its lunch eaten by Fortnite now. It needs those 70 million.
The reason I don't see that happening is not because PUBG doesn't want it, is because they can't even get to run on Xbox that well.
I don't know if they're still working really hard to get it up to PC version.
I'm just throwing out the PUBG. I'm just throwing it out there.
No, I think it will happen if PUBG doesn't implode before then.
Yep.
It'll eventually happen. Yeah, I don't expect it to see E3.
You got another prediction?
Spencer, you go.
I believe we will get a Dreams release date reveal because it's supposed to come out this year, and they can't wait to PSX to announce it because that's December.
I had my prediction. I had the PSVR fresh push with Dreams as the lead, but they said no hardware. I don't know if counts as hardware, the PSVR.
No, they said no hardware shown, but announcing a price cut.
I'm assuming, announcing a price cut is different. So the new PSVR fresh push, I think, with Dreams is safe.
Give me Beat Saber. To PSVR.
They probably will. But again, all these predictions, like they said they're focused on these 4 games. I really feel like that's what they're going to do. So I feel like all of these things are wrong. That's why I put PSX. Because by focusing on these 4 games, all these announcements we're saying that could happen, that makes all of PSX really hype.
Well, the thing about, I appreciate if they do go this way, even though I kind of wish they hadn't spoiled it. But I do appreciate that all the games are focused on very much the immediate future.
Yes.
Which I always appreciate in conferences. So with the exception of maybe Death Stranding, all of these games are focused on the immediate future.
Yep.
And so I appreciate that at least.
And just going off of the VR titles, I'm just going to go ahead and throw this out there. I do think there'll be new VR titles as well as like maybe the Fallout VR coming to PSVR. So I'm hoping for that.
Yeah. I got a couple more predictions. This is, again, I think a PSX thing, but I put it down anyway. I think a new Blue Point remake is going to get announced. And I think it's going to be Metal Gear Solid 1.
Dang.
Putting that flag down, baby.
Dang.
Bah! Getting those hot predictions. Will I be half right? Probably.
Yeah, half
How
right.
do you half right?
Because they're going to announce a new remake.
A Metal Gear Solid remake, but not by Blue
I
Point?
also had stuff. One of them just screams PSX, but I also had maybe showing off Spyro remastered gameplay. Because it's not exclusive, but
doesn't it come out before PSX though? When is PSX?
No. I meant no. I said one of them is PSX. This one I had Medieval remake gameplay shown. That screams PSX.
Who cares?
Yeah.
I don't, but some people do. Then the other one that screams PSX. Because apparently there's rumors there's supposed to be an update on it. For both of them. Shenmue 3, Final Fantasy 7 remake updates. Who knows?
Yeah.
The updates is that they're still
I also think it's time for a PS4 Pro price cut.
I do think
that's PSX as well.
Well,
so that's all
like
my
Sony just got rid of all their big surprises to save them.
They did, basically.
As far as the big Sony reveals that could happen this year,
Bloodborne 2.
Bloodborne 2 would be hype, but I think it'll be Shadows Die Twice, or whatever the game is not Bloodborne 2. I don't know what else they can do. I mean, they got their shit lined up.
Yeah, they're good. They got everything out.
Maybe a Final Fantasy 15 expansion or 14 expansion.
Yeah.
For the Memorpaga. Okay. I feel like I have to say this.
What?
Fortnite's getting something.
Oh, come on.
Onfortnite is getting something. Like,
I don't know.
It's bigger than every game you just mentioned combined.
Well, yeah, it is.
But... So, and it's only on console. I mean, it's killing it on console right now, sorry. It's killing it on console. PlayStation would be smart to be like, hey, we got a little something special over here in Fortnite PlayStation. If you come play over here.
Yeah,
maybe
I agree.
Kratos skin for Fortnite. Oh my!
But that would be dope. But with all Spider-Man, that would make sense because they're doing Marvel a little push. Spider-Man. But of all the predictions we had, in my heart of hearts, I think those first 5 I said what they're going to do. The 4 games they announced, and exclusive content brigade. But
that's gonna make for a boring ass conference though. Like it's gonna be big surprises. It's gonna be nice. I mean, don't get me wrong, but it's just
that's my whole thing.
You always expect a big surprise at like E3.
That's why they could sneak in a big surprise, and it would be awesome. We're not expecting it, but that's the other thing where Sony's like, we're good. We already announced our games. We're just gonna give you a more in-depth.
If Bloodborne 2 is announced, which I'm doubting. That kills it. That seals the conference.
Like as great as God of War is, IGN still put that as the number 1 PS4 game.
Bloodborne?
Yeah.
As long as they didn't put Last of Us ahead of it, I'm alright.
That was I think number 3. It was top 5.
War was number 2 though.
Yes.
Well, it's probably further down now that Gears of War's out. I mean, not Gears of War, God of War.
God of War. So talk about that. What do they need to do? How are you gonna do it? For me, I think they just need to honestly keep doing what they're doing. They're getting the third-party support. They're letting the third party own holiday time, and their games are flourishing in the early parts of the year, and honestly getting more attention. And just keep your release dates tight, so you're no more delayed, and you're good. Have like maybe 1 or 2 more surprises left on the PS4. The PS4, honestly, looking at its library, has been one of the best consoles I've ever played, like even exclusive wise too. And keep your second party good. like keep your relationships with Persona, with Atlas, and all those games, because that's part of the things that made Insomnia. That's what's made the exclusive library so deep, not just because of their first parties that are doing good things, but some of their best exclusives, Neo, all that stuff, are all second parties that for some reason Microsoft hasn't pushed for. Keep those relationships strong so your library's good, and they're good. Keep doing what you're doing.
I think that if Sony locks down, like, basically reinforces that these are the games we have, and they're coming very soon.
Yeah.
If they can enforce that Death Stranding and Last of Us Part 2 are coming in a reasonable time frame.
And Ghosts. Yep.
I imagine Ghosts. Yeah. Last of Us 2 and more Death Stranding. They need to make sure that they're not just stringing us along like they are with Shenmue. I know it's not their fault with Shenmue, but
that's
because when they announced Shenmue, they basically announced a Kickstarter project as opposed to announcing a game. And Final Fantasy VII, no one actually expects it. And Kingdom Hearts 3, I'd like to see.
I'll officially be old.
But Kingdom Hearts 3, they said 2018.
Yes, they did.
Could that be the big surprise, Nick, they drop at the end, that it's not coming out in 2018? It's launching next week.
But, yeah.
So I think they do a lot of goodwill to make sure Death Stranding is on schedule, basically that it's on schedule to come out. I think in 2019.
I think that's right.
I think that's what Death Stranding is coming 2019. And then maybe it'll be played because it's Kojima and he's a genius. And Kanye of video games.
Say Donald.
See, that's an insult now.
No. Well,
like, it used to not be.
I love my boy. I still love Kanye's music. Can't wait for his album.
I miss the old Kanye.
Oh. He misses the old Kanye.
Not this new Kanye.
It's all good.
I miss the old Kanye.
But that's what they need to do. If they can come out and say, hey guys, we didn't forget about all these other games like Final Fantasy VII, that shouldn't wait till PSX. I disagree with you on that. They need to reinforce it on the biggest stage that, hey, it's coming.
But that would shatter what you said about staying on path, because we know they're not coming. So why would they talk?
That's what I'm saying. They need to do is that
we're good. You know, like I said, those games, we're good.
Oh, are we good?
I act like not that I really give a shit about Shenmue 3, or really I don't really give that much shit about Final Fantasy, to be honest. I like Cloud a lot and stuff, but come on, son. I know those games aren't coming for years.
Come on,
Jesus. But
5 dancing on.
You know I'm playing that. Come on, son. You need more expanded story.
All right, Spencer, what do you got?
Come on.
All right. I say they got their shit down on lock this generation. No need to change it. I will give them that, as big of an Xbox fan as I am. I do say they need at least one big surprise to give me that oh shit moment, like whenever they revealed God of War, and
Spider-Man in the same conference.
Yeah, when Kratos literally walked out from that shadow, I'm telling you, that whole theater I was sitting in just went wild for it. So they need one. They need one of those moments, and then also just throw an olive branch out there. You have no reason for this to hurt you at all, as far ahead as you are. Make Fortnite cross-playable between PlayStation and Xbox. You are the reason.
They're not going to. Because when you're playing from ahead, there's no reason to cater.
But what do they have to lose?
Yeah, what are they going to lose? Their 70 million PS4?
No, because the PS4 sales, let's be honest, they're stalling now, because you know how many can you actually sell?
Everybody has one.
But now if someone doesn't, if you have a friend that has a PS4 and your one friend has an Xbox, you just tell them, no, fuck you, you're buying a PS4 to play with.
Unless you want to play any other game.
Guess where my brother will play Fortnite on? He will play Fortnite on Xbox just so he can play with me. But he'd rather play on PlayStation. You make it to where he can play on PlayStation. Guess where he's going to spend that money on a battle pass at?
But then the PlayStation gamers, man, they're going to get wrecked by these real Xbox gamers, you know, with the proper sticks and all that.
It's fine. I'll give that to you. It's fine. Yeah. It could be a good PR thing, but business sense, it doesn't make sense for me.
All right.
And you know what? The roles are reversed.
I say at the end of the cycle, I think it's. I mean, what do you have to lose? I mean, literally. Now, if it was at the beginning of a generation, now I could see why they wouldn't do it. But everybody has a PlayStation.
Now, it would be funny if when they announced that, they'd be like, oh, by the way, PS5's coming out soon, so it doesn't even fucking matter.
It's not cross-playable with PlayStation 5.
Just throw your PlayStations in the garbage where they belong and buy a PS5.
Yeah. I agree. So,
Bates 4000.
Are they going to do it? Yes, they are. They're going to keep the course and keep doing it.
I don't know. After PSX, I'm nervous for this one. After they did that little press
screw
release.
It up, what they've announced.
Yeah, they're not going to screw it up.
They can't screw it up. The worst they can do
is meet expectations.
Exactly. So
there is a will and a way to screw things up if they want to, but
the only way they can screw it up is if they drag developers out there to talk about how much money they make. That's the only way they can screw it up, where they're like, hey, you guys made Horizon. You made a lot of money, didn't you?
Oh shit, yes they did. Oh,
we did make a lot of money.
I'm glad they did.
Wasn't it fun to let us make money?
And before we move on, because Walt was asking me, Heart of Hearts, he was like pressing me, is God of War my favorite PS4 exclusive?
It is mine. I will say that. No?
I gotta still say Persona 5 is my favorite.
What? Come on. No.
Hey, this is from the biggest it's the best God of War game. And if I'm really talking about a game that, like, I use the fucking school bag for work.
And if you had a Kratos knapsack, you'd be using it.
I would too, yes. But, I don't know. Those two are like 1A and 1B. I can't pick.
You just did. What do you mean?
Yeah, you just did. You just said Persona.
You literally just did.
You swayed me to my argument with bag.
Come on.
You act like if you didn't have a Kratos backpack, you would rock that shit every day.
I don't know. God, I don't know. It's so hard. Fuck, that's what she said. Anyway, sorry.
Alright, that's the way to end this episode.
If you could choose between having the perfectly cloned bag from Persona 5 or the Leviathan axe, which one are you going to pick?
Okay, well, that's a weapon that I can chop shit with, so yeah.
I have more space with the Persona bag.
Exactly.
What's that?
He'll have more space with the Persona bag.
This is Florida, man. An axe in the house. You can need it when those racist alligators kick the doors in.
Are those air motors just drive?
Oh my! Swear to God, if they roll in today, it's over.
All right,
but
that's
Sony. Thank you.
Yep.
Keep gaming, everyone.
We'll
have a nice
see y'all
E3.
Next episode.